Hello, Leah. I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is a special bonus love reading for you, Leah. And the reason I'm doing these special bonus readings this weekend is because I've got a half price reading sale, and this weekend it's on my Soulmate Twin Flame read. So if you'd like one of those half price, you want to book in for one of those this weekend, because you'll get it for 60 Australian dollars instead of 120 Australian dollars. There's a link up there. So that works out to be about 35, 40 American dollars. So it's really good bargain this weekend if you manage to book in. It's really good value anyway. My readings are really good. And so, yeah, anytime that you're booking in for them, it's great value. But jump on that special offer while it's half price. I get all of my readings out within 24 hours of booking them. And these ones, they're 3 pages long. So, do things a little bit differently this time, switching it up. And that's because my guides tell me, a lot of your customers, they're kind of waiting for the one. They're waiting for the soulmate. They're waiting for the twin flame. And they're kind of ignoring the relationship path. Now, the relationship path is getting in and out of relationships, lesson relationships. And that's really important to do because when we're in lesson relationships, those lessons we learn from, we're learning about ourselves. We're learning to love ourselves better. We're getting to know ourselves better in those relationships. We're also getting to know what we want out of a relationship, what we don't want out of a relationship. So we're kind of gathering experiences and data to be able to decide what we really want. And we're also learning relationship skills, and that's really important too, learning things like communication skills. And there's all kinds of relationship skills that we learn in that. Now, you need to have these things before you meet your twin flame, before you meet your soulmate, because the universe is not going to let you mess up the right relationship for you before you've got the skills, and before you know what it is that you even want, before you even know yourself. It's not going to have that person come into your life. And so don't discount these lesson relationships. Don't try and avoid them. Don't get off the relationship path. Allow them to come in because they're very important, right? And so this reading is about you. I'm going to go into what's going on with you in your life at the moment, your love journey at the moment. I'm going to go into them. Now, they are either someone that you're in a relationship with right now, or someone that you haven't even met yet that you're going to meet and is going to come in, or someone that you've got your eye on at the moment, or they got their eye on you at the moment. So let's find out what all of that is. Now I'm going to go into your story. I'm going to go into their story. So this is Mr. Right or Mrs. Right or Mr. Right Now or Mrs. Right Now. You know what I mean by that. Sometimes they're switched. Yeah, sometimes you can flip it and reverse it. And so sometimes when I'm talking about you, I'm talking about them. When I'm talking about them, I'm talking about you. You'll know which one resonates with you anyway. So quite a few of my customers said it was flipped for them last time I did it. So there you go. Anyway, after all of that, Leah, let's start with you or them. You, Leo, what's going on with you at the moment? Oh, this is your card, Leo. Look, you got the Strength and Courage card out first. And is it true? Okay. I just had a picture of a female Leo here. I know there's a mixture of you, a lot of men watching my channel too. But I just had the picture of a female Leo watching this then, who is kind of questioning her strength because you've got that. I mean, that's what Leo is, right? Strength and confidence. That's your natural state of being. But then it's like, is it okay for a woman to be like that? Is it okay for a woman to be standing in her strength? Or am I putting men off? That kind of energy. So whether you're a man or a woman, you could be holding that kind of energy. You're asking whether your strength is a good thing. Maybe you're a leader like me, or maybe you're the boss woman or the boss man, and you're thinking, am I putting people off? Am I shining too brightly? Am I a bit too strong? Am I a bit overbearing? Am I a bit bossy, or am I just a leader? It's that kind of thing. You're questioning yourself. You're asking yourself, is it true? Is it true for relationships? I mean, it's like, is how I am right for a partner? Well, of course it is, because the person that's going to love you for who you are is going to love you as you are. And if you're a strong person and you are Leo in your natural state, maybe not in your dysfunctional, unhealed state, you're not, but in your natural state, you're a strong person. And yes, of course, the right person for you is going to love that in you. You got to love that in yourself first. So just as I said before, you go into these lesson relationships to learn to love yourself, right? And you've got to learn to love this strength, this part of you. It is right for you. It is right for you. And so if you've been getting into relationships with people that haven't loved that part of you, if they're telling you that you're too bossy, you're too overbearing, you're too controlling, all of that crap, they're just not the right person for you. But they're reflecting back to you that you're not loving your strength, that you're not loving that part of you. You're questioning it. Stop questioning it, Leah. Stop questioning your strength. Stop questioning that you don't want to change yourself, Leo, for other people. If you want to change yourself for other people, like for a relationship, then you're going to attract someone in that wants to change you. You don't want that. You want to attract someone in that loves you as you are. And so you need to love yourself as you are to attract one of those in. So you've got to get on with that, Leo, because first, I mean, that's first up. So that's an important message. And now, what's Mr. Right Now or Mrs. Right Now got going on with them in their love life? Forgive them, and doubt cancels abundance. So this is breakup. They're going through a breakup, or they've recently gone through a breakup, or they were attracted to someone. They were trying to get in a relationship with someone, and it didn't work. They thought they were the one for them, and they were rejected by them. And they're in this state of doubt and questioning themselves too. Look at you both questioning yourselves. You're questioning your strength and whether you're being bossy or overbearing or whatever. And they're questioning whether you're both not very confident in yourselves, you two. Yeah, they're having to forgive somebody, someone that they tried to get in a relationship with, somebody that they were in a relationship with. I'm not feeling like it's a big one because I'm not feeling like it's a very aligned thing too. You can't stay in relationships that aren't aligned with you for very long at all. And so they're having to forgive that person, but it's causing them to doubt. It's causing them to doubt themselves. They just picked the wrong person, right? They just picked the wrong person, probably because they were already doubting themselves. Ooh, you two. You seem like a perfect match. You seem like wound mates. Yeah, let me tell you about wound mates. You seem like wound mates here with that original energy that's coming in, or the first thing that I'm being told about you both. Because you're both not confident in yourselves, you're both not loving aspects of yourselves at the moment. And so when you've got wounds, right, that aren't healed yet, then you attract this wound mate, and it's a very strong bond, it's a very strong attraction, it's a very good relationship, in fact. So you get into this relationship and you're so attracted to each other, and they feel like your soulmate, because they are a kind of soulmate, but they're a wound mate. And so very early on in the relationship, like first date kind of thing, the conversation that you have will revolve about the dysfunction of your family, and they'll say, oh, me too, a bad relationship that I had before, and oh, me too. Your wounds match each other, right? And so you come together and you help each other to heal. It's a healing relationship. It's a hospital relationship, right? And so it feels like a very nurturing, healing space, very emotionally safe place, because you've both been through the same crap as each other. And so you can hold that space for each other. Very healing relationship. Hospital relationship. Now, when you go to hospital because you've got something to heal, they help you heal it, hopefully. And then when you're healed, you leave the hospital and you go and live your life, right? You don't stay living in the hospital forever. And that's what these wound mates are about too. They're a hospital relationship. They don't last forever, but they are very important relationships. And they are relationships you'll have a very strong bond. And when you both will heal in that relationship, but one of you will heal first, and you'll be the one that actually breaks that relationship up, because it's a hospital. You don't stay in the hospital forever. You do break up, but it might be after 5 years or something like that of a strong, strong bond relationship. You'll be friends forever. You are kind of soulmates. You'll be friends forever, but they're not the true passion. They're a safe space. They're not a true passion, right? And so there will be a relationship beyond this one that is going to be much better for you, but you need to heal first, yeah? And so this relationship is beautiful for that healing. It seems like that right now. Let's pick up some more cards and see what's going on for you. You need to love your strength. Love it, Leo. It is right. You've got to respect what's over. Oh, okay. Now I get a feeling from this, Leo, that you're holding a torch for somebody. Someone that you met, maybe someone that you were in a relationship before. Maybe you think you've met your twin flame, Leo, previously, but they're out of your life now, and you're kind of holding a torch and you think they're going to come back. It's not this person. You need to be in a relationship with this person. If you're keeping yourself out of the relationship game and you're waiting for this person that you think is your twin flame, you need to let that go, let that be completed. Respect your relationship journey. You've got a healing relationship to come into now. Now, it could be that you're right, that is a twin flame that you met before, but maybe they need to be in a healing relationship now. There's, another relationship which is healing for you. Are they really a twin flame? If you're in this stage, I'm not so sure of it, Leo. I don't think you've met your twin flame yet, Leo. If you're watching this and it's resonating with you, you've got to let something go. You've got to let someone go to even give yourself permission to get into this. And your higher self wants you to get into this relationship. It's going to be good for you. Healing, I've had a wound-mate relationship. It lasted 6 years. It was beautiful. It's one of my best relationships that I had. It was obvious it was obvious to both of us when it was over, but I wouldn't trade it for a thing. It was life-changing, and I needed to be in that very comfortable relationship for that healing. It was very good. So let that other one go, Leo. Let that other one go. That person you're holding a torch for, let them go, so that you can get into this relationship. What else is going on for them? Doubting themselves. They're doubting whether someone's even, yeah. They're having to forgive themselves and they're doubting themselves. Yeah, they're getting back to themselves too. So just as I said, like, you're not really loving yourself, you're not loving your strengths. They're not really loving themselves either. They're kind of morphing themselves. It's like, who do I need to be to get into a relationship with this person? Well, I'll change this about me and I'll change that about me. Yeah, they've got stuff to heal. You've got stuff to heal too. You're both really similar. Hey, they're waiting. It's like, who are they? Keep on changing themselves to be in relationships. They don't want to do that. Like, they want to know who they really are and they want to get confident in themselves. But neither of you are at the moment, and so there's something behind all of this. Like, there's an energy behind this for them that it's better for them to wait to find out who they are. But as I said, we find out who we are in relationships. It's okay to have lessons in relationships to help us find out who we are. Very hard to have lessons. It's like life lessons, right? It's like going to school. You need to actually do stuff at school. You don't just learn it from the board. You do experiments. You actually try things out, don't you? You don't just learn it from a book. And you can't just learn relationships from a book either. You've got to get into them. You don't know how you're going to react emotionally to people. You need to be in them to find out who you are. It's the practicals. It's the practical lessons. That's what your lesson relationships are. And so they would like to find out who they are out of a relationship. They want to wait. They want to wait for the one, but it's not good for them. So this is someone who's going to get, the higher selves are going to convince them that you're the one when they meet you. Just to get them into a relationship. And probably the same with your higher self too. They'll convince you that they're the one, they're the right, they're Mr. Right or Mrs. Right for you. Just so you'll give yourself permission to get into that relationship. Because if your higher self was to say they're just Mr. Right now, they're just Mrs. Right now, you're more likely to say, no, I won't bother with this one. I'll wait for the right one, thank you. But you can't wait for the right one because you've got this work to do together. Might as well do it together, have some fun together. It's not all going to be work, by the way. You're going to have a lot of fun together too. So let go of that. Right. Okay, this is about that relationship you've got to let go of. Leo, you've got to let go of that relationship because it's not good. It's actually a dysfunctional relationship, that one that you're holding a torch for. Now, they are critical and they're blaming you, right? And you're taking that on. They're kind of a mirror of a dysfunctional relationship in your past life. I don't mean past lives before. I mean, like, maybe you had a critical parent or like maybe your first boyfriend or girlfriend was hypercritical of you, or you have had a relationship like that in the past. This is like a fundamental early kind of a learning. Someone And then this person that you're holding a torch for, they're actually a critical person. You're holding a torch for them because you're trying to make that critical parent love you this time. This is not a functional relationship. You definitely need to let go of that relationship. It's like you want to get them to love you. You want to have the final say. This is your ego wanting to win in that relationship, wanting to turn it into love because it's not love. You can't do that. If something is not love, you can't turn it into love. You can't. You just need to move on from it. You need to respect yourself and move on from it. Like this said, you need to respect yourself and move on from it. Let it be completed. It's not a good relationship, that past relationship. It's not going to change. They're not going to change. They're not going to change and love you. Oof. It's not a good one, that one. Really let go of them, Leo. Cut them out. They are not the one for you. Wow. That's a very strong message, that. Criticism and blame, that is a dysfunctional relationship. That is someone that's in such a negative space. They haven't done their own healing. They're feeling so bad about themselves. They're projecting it all onto you. You're soaking it all up as if that's going to help them. It's not going to help them. Being a sounding board and being that's codependency, when you let yourself be the target and let someone project stuff onto you all the time. It's not a healthy relationship. It's not. Now, what about Mr. right now or Mrs. right now? Oh, so yeah, they want to wait. They don't really want another relationship that's not right for them. But as I said, the house elf is going to convince them that you're the one for them, so that they just give themselves permission to get in it. But look, they've got other stuff going on in their lives, which is a good thing. They've had like ideas, going for it. They're like getting on with their life. This is like having a new hobby or something like that, or starting off a business, or doing something creative. They've had an idea, they're getting on with it. They're not one of those people that are just like totally focused on relationships and all they ever do is just go out socializing and have relationships. And when they're in between, when they're in a relationship, they're all about relationships, and when they're in between relationships, all they do is socialize to try and meet someone else. They're not like one of those vacuous people with nothing else going on. They've got stuff going on in their lives. They're having ideas. They're going for it. They've got some balance in their lives. This is a good thing. Balanced person, not all about relationships. They've got other stuff going on. That's nice. So they're not going to put too much pressure on you, as in, I need to be with you all the time because I've got nothing else in my life. They're not that kind of person at all. They're a bit more balanced. A bit more balanced. I'm saying a bit. I feel like they are a balanced person. They're going for it. Yeah, they've got this relationship stuff going on, a bit, but it's nothing major. It's just a self-love thing, and we've all got that. I don't think there's anyone can stand up saying, I love myself completely. We're all on this spectrum of self-love, right? Or not loving ourselves. We learn through every relationship, through everything in our lives, how to love ourselves better, right? And you're letting go of that past relationship, aren't you, Leah? Please tell me you are. Please tell me in the comments that you are letting go of that past relationship, the dysfunctional one. It's really not good for you at all. They're not going to change. Even if they do change, they're not the right person for you. Look, make love and create, because you can create something that's much more positive for you, something that's going to be good for you, a relationship that's going to be good for you. You can create that now. So you need to dream that up now. Stop focusing on that person that's not good for you at all. Stop thinking they're going to fix themselves and come back to you, because they're not. It's not a good relationship, that. So anyway, get focused on the relationship that you really want. Start writing that story. What would be really good for you? Or what kind of relationship would be really amazing for you? What do you want to get out of a relationship? Like, how do you want them to make you feel? What do you want to do together? That kind of thing. Start creating it by start imagining it. Stop thinking about that past person. And start creating this next one that you want to be with. Write that story. Write it down as if you've already met them, and what a great time you're going to have. Get into that vibration, because I feel like this person could come into your life very soon. If you're being told to get into that vibration to create it now. And so, yeah, if you do that, they're going to come in for sure. Love's going to find you. Love is seeking you. The power of love. It's very, very powerful. The universe is always trying to steer us toward love and abundance. They're very powerful energies. Oh, nice. They're like working on their ideas. They're very balanced. And look, they've got a spiritual side to them too. Isn't that great? They're reaching out. They're kind of getting connected with their higher selves. They're doing the spiritual work. They're meditating. They're reaching out too. So in communities, spiritual communities, that kind of thing. You could meet them through something like this, like my Psychic Cafe in the mornings. Come along to that as my live show on YouTube pretty much every morning, 8 o'clock Bangkok time, that is. Check out what time it is in your time zone. Sorry if it's in the middle of the night. If you're in Europe, it's in the middle of the night. Sorry. Um, but yeah, you could be meeting them through some kind of spiritual pursuit. So maybe some spiritual groups that you're in, or um, things that you're interested in. You could be meeting them like that. But that's the way that they're reaching out. They're not going out and partying and stuff like that. You're not going to meet this person in a bar or a club. Mm-mm. Now they're into their spiritual stuff. They've got stuff going on. They've got ideas that they're working on. They're doing creative things. They're pretty balanced person, and so you're going to meet them if you're pursuing those things that you like. That's how you're going to meet them. You know, a shared interest is how you're going to meet them. That's where they're reaching out to people. That's where they will let people into their lives. So that's how you're going to meet them, is through like a shared interest. And it's a spiritual one. They're a spiritual one. I like this person. They're doing the work. They want to, yeah, they're kind of little bit scared of relationships because they want to wait for the right one and they're doubting. But they've got pretty good energy. I feel like you're going to be ready. I feel like you're going to be ready for this, even if you're not, even if you haven't healed that questioning your strength and changing yourself. This is a healing relationship, so you don't need to have healed all of that before this one can come in. You definitely need to have let go of that last relationship though, or that past relationship that you think is the one. They are not the one. Sorry, but they're not the one. Just let them go, and then this relationship can come in, and you can do some healing together. And it could be the one. It could be the one. Who knows? Could be the roommate, could be the one. You never know, Leo. But do it anyway. Let love take you. Let it flow. Go with it. Go with it, Leo. There you go. If you like this reading, please click like and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment. Was that the right way around or was it switched? Are you that other person or are they you? You let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like one of those half price soulmate twin flame readings, you can book in. There's a link just there to book in for one of those. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.